Welcome to Alpha Wolf Impact Club. I'm Tim Weintraut, and I want to personally thank you for stopping by and checking us out. We are a channel that is all about highlighting and spotlighting visionary companies and the leaders shaping a better tomorrow. If you're passionate about innovation and real solutions that make life better, you're in the right place. Today, we have a very special guest with us, Steve Schmidt, former CEO of Nielsen, an international world-renowned data analytics company, also the international president of Office Depot, now president of SKYX Platform Technologies. Steve Schmidt's leadership has impacted some of the world's most respected organizations, and now he brings his skill set and expertise to SKYX Platform Technologies. SKYX is a revolutionary company with a game-changing smart home platform that's set to transform the smart home, lighting, and construction industries. Founded on a vision of making light and ceiling fan installations safer and dramatically faster, SKYX created an all-in-one wire-free solution. Their platform goes well beyond easy installation and integrates advanced smart home features like dedicated app, Wi-Fi extender, AI ecosystem, energy-saving modes, speakers, room-to-room intercom, smoke and carbon monoxide detection, and much more. SKYX's groundbreaking technology has already unlocked major opportunities, including a role in the upcoming $3 billion Miami Smart City project, with over 500,000 SKYX products expected to be deployed. It all began with a patented ceiling outlet capable of supporting up to 200 pounds. Now, they offer a full technological platform that gives us a future that is brighter, smarter, and safer, thanks to SKYX. And Steve is here to tell us more in just a moment. This is not to be taken as investment advice. I am not a certified financial planner. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. I encourage everyone to do their own due diligence.
SKYX. The future is here. Advancing, simplifying, while saving time, cost, and lives. SKYX's technologies won 7 CES awards and has nearly 100 US and global patents and patent applications. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb that for many years was installed by twisting hazardous wires until inventing the Edison base that became the global standard in every home and building for billions of light bulbs. Billions of fixtures are installed annually while touching hazardous, dangerous wires and risking lives. SKYX has a goal to follow Edison's path to become a US and global standard in homes and buildings for billions of fixtures, including smart home, AI, lighting, and fans, to become plug-and-play, advancing their performance, making homes become safer and smart within seconds, while saving time, cost, and lives. Our Gen 1 SkyPlug enables a safe installation of light fixtures, ceiling fans, smart home, and electronics within seconds, making it safe, easy, and convenient for the user. First-time installation takes a minute to install, and it is safe to touch. SkyPlug is recognized as part of the NEC, the National Electrical Code, and mentioned in multiple publications, acknowledging the safety and the usability that its technology brings to the electrical profession. Our Gen 2 is a smart SkyPlug, takes only seconds to install, and is integrated with the newest technologies and platforms. The SkyPlug Smart is integrated with many smart features, including phone control, voice control, energy-saving eco mode, scheduling, dimming, works with Siri, Alexa, Google, Cortana, and SmartThings. It has an emergency light, night light, color-changing light. Our Gen 3 Sky all-in-one smart home platform enhances your all-around lifestyle, making your home become smart and safe instantly. It includes the most advanced, smart, and safe features that are necessary for every home. The Sky platform installed safely and simply within minutes to the top center of your ceiling, blending inconspicuously with your decor. The Sky platform is integrated with a backup power failure LED light. In the center of the Sky platform is embedded the Sky outlet, as approved by the National Electric Code. SkyPlug lighting, fans, and accessories can connect with the click of a button to the Sky platform. A series of Sky platforms installed in a home could repeat Wi-Fi signal and play the same music throughout the house. In the event of a fire, the integrated smoke and CO2 sensor would make an alarming sound. The Sky Home app can easily control light intensity, motion detector, light color control, temperature and humidity monitoring, room-to-room intercom, control volume and music in each room. SKYX platforms.
Hey everybody, Tim from Alpha Wolf Capital coming at you with a very exciting interview. One of my favorite companies, SKYX Platforms, and we have Steve Schmidt, who is the president of SKYX Platforms. And Steve, you have quite a. I want to thank you very much for coming in and take your time to do this because you've been with some pretty incredible companies throughout your career. Nielsen, one of the biggest data, I think, analytics companies on the planet, right? And then president of International Office Depot.
Yep.
So I would call those impressive positions. And I think it's interesting to me. I've been wanting to ask you what brought you to SKYX?
Good question. Good question. After 40 plus years in corporate life and through Procter and Gamble and the Nielsen Company, Office Depot, as you mentioned, I get introduced to the whole world of startup venture capital type companies through the Yale Club in New York City when I was working CEO of the Nielsen Company. And made the decision after I decided to retire from Office Depot that's really where I was going to focus my time, energy, and efforts. And I had my run on the corporate side, and I really got excited about this whole startup, early stage company area. And what I did was establish kind of a criteria for the companies that I really wanted to look at and those that I wanted to invest in personally. And so Sky came to the top of that list. They really did, based on 6 or 7 criteria that I established for evaluating corporations. But great career. And the thing that I found is that the things that I forgot 20 years ago can be very helpful to early stage companies. You have to look at the things that truly make a difference in a company. You've got to stay very focused. You've got to be laser focused on every dollar. And so I've had an opportunity through my career to make a lot of mistakes, to be honest with you, but at least learn from those mistakes, not make them, too many times. And then obviously then to be able to apply a lot of that learning, knowledge, and capabilities to Sky Corporation.
I think what stands out for me with you is the data analytics, right? And then also with Office Depot, you know the difference between a hardware play and a data analytics or software play, right?
Yep.
When you look at SKYX, what do you see?
I see a company that has just a tremendous business strategy and products and services, proprietary products and services and technology. We've got a database capability that's very exciting for the future potential. But fundamentally, when you sit back and look at Sky, we have the ability to truly revolutionize the home and building industries. We really do, through saving time, by saving cost, and saving lives. And the safety factors that we've got around our products and services truly creates an exciting platform that anyone looking at this company should get excited about. And it's the reason that we're excited about the future of Sky. When you look at a company that also has global capabilities, and this company clearly does, because when you think about what our products and services do, companies all over the world will be adopting strategies that are adopted here in the United States. The National Electric Code has already accepted our products and services. We're already listed in the National Electric Code. We're working with them on a more aggressive plan around the whole area of mandatory, which will be truly exciting. We've got partnerships. General Electric's going through a lot changes right now in terms of acquisitions and divestitures. But they've got a licensing division that we're working very closely with from a globalization standpoint. And then when you look at the products and services that we've got and the ability to truly revolutionize the whole home and building market. Think about any builder out there today. And if you have a building through our smart technology, we have the ability to take a 100 unit, 200 unit building. And if that building is not smart in terms of the ability to truly connect all the operations, it would take years and hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars to convert that building. We literally, with our smart technology, have the ability to convert that building over a weekend and make the entire building smart. And so when you think about the efficiency, the effectiveness, and our products and services that can do that, come on, you got to get excited. And then you bring it to a home and you think about our plug and play products and services. Today, in any home, the ability to change light fixtures, to change chandeliers, to change anything in a home requires someone to come in and deal with wiring and changing wiring, which obviously brings hazards with it. And so once the implementation of our base unit is in place, you have the ability to plug and play units without ever having to touch wires again, which brings you to really the entire safety factor behind our products and services, the ease of use, the cost reduction, the time reduction. And those are clearly things that benefit anyone in this industry. And the last thing I would comment is if you think about insurance companies, I mean, insurance companies love what we're offering out there because it's, again, millions of dollars of cost savings for insurance companies. And when you have an ability to save lives, any news outlet, anyone has kind of a fiduciary responsibility to report on that. And so fundamentally, that platform, as we've talked about, again, around products and services and saving time, saving money, and saving lives is just a tremendous platform by which we get excited about the future of this company.
I don't think I could have said it better. I mean, I look at everything that SKYX does deliver, and it's there are injuries every year from people being up on a ladder, trying to hold some awkward, sometimes heavy ceiling fan and wire it to the 3 inches of wire hanging out of the ceiling. And it's challenging. I mean, I've done it a whole bunch of times. I have been shocked. I thought I turned off the right breaker. It wasn't. And, I got up there on the ladder and everything that you could possibly do wrong. I think I've experienced that once or twice.
You and I both. You and I both.
And it's not fun. It is a honeydew that if it's on the list, I really want to try and push it off for at least a few months, right? I just don't want to do a change out of the fixture in the ceiling because it's going to take me a good at least hour or two, right? And I don't want to deal with that. So when you look at what SKYX has, yes, and it's look, the injuries are not always falling off the ladder. Sometimes you just miss wire. You've got a ceiling fan that has a wobble, and eventually you get a short, and that turns into a house fire, which means people then die, right?
Mm-hmm.
These happen every single year, and this eliminates that problem. Not only that, but then once it's eliminated, you can literally change out your fixture in seconds, which we've never been able to do, ever, right? That to me, the flexibility of being able to change out your fixture in seconds is mind-boggling. Really, I don't think people are understanding. And it's not just light fixtures. If it could be at some point a camera. It could be who knows what it could be, a router. I don't know.
But it's anything. It's almost any light. It's exit signs. It's any kind of light within a house. The ability to change anything out instantaneously with just kind of a plug and play capability and not having to touch wires. And so, yeah, right. Anything that you could think about, we can do with our products and services.
Right. So, I think every business in has to have emergency lighting. Every single business has to have
Absolutely.
it, right? Homes do not have emergency lighting. When you think about that, that to me is another mind boggling thing, right? I mean, that's when people break out the candles, right? When the power goes out, they break, and that's when house fires also occur,
Right.
right? SKYX has emergency lighting in the platform.
Yeah, when you talk about our smart platform, I mean, that smart platform that we can install anywhere. Think about it. We've got CO2 monitors. We've got fire detectors. We've got audio to be able to play stereo through. We've got communication throughout an entire household connected into the unit. We've got full Wi-Fi connection to any thing you have within the house. And think about it today, one of the major problems households have is that they've got all this different technology, but it's all on different systems and different capabilities. They don't talk to each other. And so what we have the ability to do, and we call it, think about the iPhone, and that's probably the greatest comparison we can give you is think about, 15, 20 years ago, if you needed anything, you had individual things that you had to go to, where today, all of a sudden on my iPhone, I mean, I've got cameras, I've got fire detector, I've got everything, on my phone. That's really the same idea of our in-home platform. It's the fact that we've got everything within one platform. It all communicates with itself. We call ourselves, Bonnie likes to say, the Panama Canal, where we can run everything through that canal that you have and do it seamlessly and do it very, very quickly, cost savings, time, effort are all the platforms behind that.
And with the the SKYX platform, you have about what, three times the real estate that a cell phone has for in terms of.
Well, what you've got is if you think about that base platform that we've got that fits into a ceiling, the size of that is about the size of 3 or 4 cell phones. So if you think about the software and technology that's on a cell phone, multiply that times 3 or 4 in terms of the space capabilities that we've got. And that's really where the opportunity becomes that we basically have, I don't want to say unlimited space, but clearly significantly more space than an iPhone would have. And we're also using core electricity. Everything runs off of, the core electricity within a home or building. And that's the power source for this entire unit.
Right. So this is far more to me than just a hardware play, right?
Absolutely, absolutely, 100%, absolutely. This is a product play. This is a technology play. This is a software play. This is a data play. This is a safety play and cost savings and time save, money saving opportunities across any one of those 6, 7 areas.
When you first were introduced to SKYX and specifically Ronnie Cohen,
Mhm.
what how would you say how are you impacted by that?
Uh, and being straight with you, the Ronnie is a unique individual, and I've rarely run across anyone like Ronnie. And it actually took me, I believe, 3 or 4 meetings with Ronnie until I became absolutely convinced that everything that he was saying and talking about was reality. I think I walked away from the first couple of meetings going, "This can't be true. I'm missing something here." And Ronnie's also a very unique individual. And I say that from the standpoint that I've never been able to really find someone that has an ability to both be strategic and entrepreneur at the same time. Someone who's an inventor, who had the ability to kind of create the entire business strategy around Sky Technologies, and then to bring a management team and a vision and a strategy together that enabled us to launch this product and services. I've shared with people this that, and I think I'm pretty smart. Excuse me. I've had a pretty successful career. Not the smartest though. I know that. And there's always people smarter than me. But when I'm with Ronnie, the thing that amazes me is that no matter what question I ask him, no matter what we talk about, for somehow he's already thought about it and he's already 2 steps ahead. I'm challenging myself all the time to say I've got to bring something innovative and new here. But again, he works tirelessly. He's working 7 days a week, and I swear 20 hours a day on this business. And but to have all those capabilities and bring all of those skills together in one individual is truly unique. And he can come across someone who's just you're just going, is this real? But he is, and I can tell you without a doubt, this is 100% real. This is 100% genuine, and it's why I got excited about Sky.
He is a tenacious individual, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Because as I talk to him, I mean, he's got the heater fan that you have coming out.
Yeah, yeah. I would add just maybe a broader perspective on that. That is that yes, you have space heaters and the ability to eliminate that, but the ability to combine both a fan product along with a heater capability is something that's unique and not available today in the marketplace. And it appeals greatly. Think about the number of countries in this world where they don't have heat necessarily or air conditioning, whatever it might be. And that's really where the international capability of this comes in too. So yeah, take any home that has space heaters or whatever in the United States, and there are millions of them. Buildings, the opportunity to heat rooms within buildings or offices also has that opportunity. And then globally, when you think about different countries around the world, the opportunity that a product like this offers is just huge.
That one product, that
Mhm.
one product could be a company maker all by itself, right?
Yes.
And he has the. Can you talk just about his patent portfolio for just a minute?
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons that I got excited and joined Sky, and that I think it's important for any company to protect its intellectual property. And you create barriers of entry, and people the ability to copy what you're doing. But what we've been able to do is patent basically all of our products and services and software and technology, which really is the foundation behind the strategy of Sky Technologies. And without that, there's obviously significant business risk. But we saw that early on. Ronnie saw that from the very beginning and knew that when you've got something that's unique, something that truly has the kind of quality and values we've got, you had to protect it. And so we've done a great job of protecting our products and services. That really enables us to continue to expand and grow this company.
Nearly 100 patents, right? Globally.
Well, up to 100 patents registered. We don't have 100 patents granted yet, but
Okay.
yes, in the portfolio, give us a little time, and we should come close to that number.
All right. And then real quickly, can we touch on the recent announcement, which didn't get a lot of play from the market, but I think from a standpoint of what it means, I think it's a really strong validation of the product. This smart city that is going to happen in Miami,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, and able to work in Miami, they're going to build this incredible, I'll call it almost city within a city. And you've got some very wealthy individuals who have already got approval of this through the Miami City Council, and it's now just a matter of getting, dirt, building in the ground and moving forward. But when you think about a city of the future, and what they became excited about, they saw our technology, they saw our capabilities, they saw what we had to offer, and they said, "My God, that's the future. Um, we've got to have that. I mean, if we're a city of the future, we've got to have the things that are going to truly, our customers are going to want, and they want it. And then when you include the safety factors around that, the cost savings, the time, and all of that, it had tremendous appeal to them. And for them to come out and to agree to put all of our products and services into all of the homes, building, offices, apartments, everything that's going into this city within city, that's a tremendous statement of confidence in our products and services.
Yeah. I mean, I know that it's estimated, or it was estimated for 500,000 units of
Mhm.
fixtures, right? I mean, and I think that could even be conservative because I saw the span of this smart city. That's a lot of real estate that this thing is going into, right? So I think, granted, it's 3 years out. Lighting fixtures are typically one of the last things to go into the building. So maybe it isn't an immediate revenue driver. But I think anybody that sees that announcement by a world renowned architect that they want to use that product
Right.
on this, I would think that that is validation of the product and it's going to
Mhm.
spark interest elsewhere, right? Get the
Absolutely.
phone ringing.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, and again, we haven't talked this, but I mean, the addressable market, the TAM, total available market, in just the United States alone, it's hundreds of billions of dollars. When you think about the scope and size of the opportunity for this company. So this is a piece of that, but it's just a small piece. It's big, so I don't want to make light of a big opportunity. But that's really why we get so excited because of the huge opportunity. And just if you take that Miami example, it exploded just across the United States. I mean, you've got just a multi-billion-dollar corporation and something that's truly changing the marketplace.
your international experience with Office Depot, how do you feel as though that will help SKYX?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Nielsen Corporation. We operate in 114 countries around the world. Office Depot, we're in 70 countries outside of the United States. And uh, what you learn when you run international businesses is you learn all of the different political environments that exist. You learn all of the different regulatory capabilities that are out there. You also recognize the things that are similar. So while there are tremendous differences, there are significant similarities when you go from country to country. The and I say this to my friends and family that Americans are naive when it comes to the world. We just are very insular and we focus on the United States. The world is a great place, and the world is developed. It's an exciting place to go. The opportunities are endless when you think about the international markets. I take Vietnam, a vibrant city today, a country that's just growing by leaps and bounds, and yet most Americans think of it very differently. And so you need to understand the regulatory environment. But you also need to understand what the opportunities are. And each country is different. I mean, if you take Europe as an example, you've got to deal with works councils and you've got to deal with the unions and you've got to deal with the regulatory government officials and all of the things that go into that. And how you deal with that, I dealt a lot of those areas when I was in those other corporations. And so I think I have the ability to ask the right questions as we expand internationally to prevent us from making certain mistakes as we launch internationally because of that experience, and hopefully guide us down the right path.
Okay. Um, I mean, there's so many things that I don't want to take up your entire day. I think this has been pretty powerful already. If what are you most excited about? What would you like your? I mean, you've been with some very big companies.
Mhm.
With SKYX, what would you like your legacy to be with them?
Oh, interesting question. When I think about my 40 years plus of corporate life, the legacy that I've got is uh, a track record of success and uh, a track record of having a significant impact on people. At the end of the day, when you go to the pearly gates and all judged, you're going to be judged on the impact you had on others, not what you accomplished. And I truly believe that. And so when I think about my career and the amount of friends and people that I impacted and what I was able to accomplish in the different leadership roles I had, obviously that creates something of a legacy, something I'm very proud of. I'll be honest with you, within Sky, I think my legacy is yet to be written. When I think about where we're at and what we're doing, obviously, I'm having an impact in this company right now relative to its strategy. I'm impacting on the go-to-market side. I'm impacting in terms of the investor side of the business and where we're going financially and a number of areas. But in terms of a legacy, to be honest, I think I still have a lot left to do, and that's yet to be written.
I I think your I think your presence this early on in technically a startup company. Now it's been a 16-year startup. It's a 16-year overnight success, right? But
Yeah, yeah,
it your ability to recognize it and get involved, and I mean get involved. You're president of the company. You're invested in the company, um, and you are helping this company. You're helping guide the company. The name of my new brand is Alpha Wolf Impact because I think as you get older, what you realize, or at least I have realized, is that I came into this world with nothing.
yep,
I'm 99% sure I'm leaving with nothing. So what matters is what you do when you're here,
yep,
right? It's that time spent. And one of the ways that you can positively impact a lot of lives is to help a little company become a very big, large, profitable corporation, right? That in itself has a positive impact on a lot of lives. But then
it
if
does.
you have a product or service that also saves lives, the ripple effects of all of that, I think you can't even measure. I mean, when you talk about the TAM, I don't even want to tell people what the numbers are because they would look at me like I have 12 heads. I mean, the TAM globally
Yep, yep.
is like mind-boggling, right? And I think they're just scraping the surface right now. I mean, the I truly believe, Stephen, that there are going to be products that are going to be created specifically for the SKYX platform that we are not even thinking of today,
I believe,
right?
yeah, I think you're correct. Yes.
Because we did not have the ease and flexibility that this creates,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
It's so exciting, and I think you recognizing that early, and bringing your talents there, I think that is a huge validation, right?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you. I appreciate that very much. And I mean, the excitement I hear in your voice, the excitement that you've been around, and you've looked at Sky very, very closely. You've had a chance to touch base with the majority of our management team and understand really what this business is all about. When I listen to you, and we get everyone as excited as you are about this company and where this future is going. We've got something special. So there's a communication opportunity here, a big communication opportunity, a big educational piece of opportunity that we've got to really continue to be very, very aggressive with. Because when people understand this vision, the strategy, and the story, and what we have to offer to both almost every human being on this planet, it has the opportunity to be something very, very special. And it's rare that you, I, or anyone has the opportunity to participate in something like this. And that's the platform. That's what makes us excited every single day to come to work.
I look at, I spoke to a doctor. This was a couple years ago, and she had an engineering degree as well. So she had her PhD, and she's got her engineering degree. And she looked at that. She looked at SkyX, and immediately said she wanted to create a health care specific platform,
Mm-hmm.
right? For the hospitals, for the senior living facilities. When I try to think, because like you, I think I'm somewhat smart, but you really start to think about what are the potential capabilities of what is in that ceiling. It's the highest point in the center of the room. No obstruction for Wi-Fi and all of the
Yep.
benefits of being at the highest point of every room. I just to me it's limitless as to where this thing can go.
We
And
agree.
it does impact lives in a huge positive way. I've never seen anything. I really honestly can say I don't think I've ever seen anything that has as many capabilities and possibilities to benefit humanity. That's bringing it in to a nutshell right there.
Well stated. Really appreciate it. And that's a very good summation of what has us excited every single day.
All right, Stephen. I again is the, as a just a final thought. Future partners, employees, customers. What would you like to leave them with? Final thought.
Uh, I come back to the vision of this company. I come back to what we truly are. And if you're a consumer, if you're a business, if you're a developer, and it's almost a shipbuilder, pick any industry, anyone in that exists today. We have a company that has the ability to save you significant time, to save you significant cost, to safety factor and save lives in the marketplace through our products and services. And that's something very special. And when safety and saving lives are part of our value proposition, man, that gets exciting. And it's something that we should all be very thankful for. We need to be really appreciate the fact that the products and services that we're offering are so simplistic in nature and yet so revolutionary in terms of delivery. And it's rare that you can find someone a product and service like this that is so clearly easy to understand, but also has such a huge impact on the lives of those that use it and that it impacts. And I don't think you can find almost any other company that has the ability to say that. And so we're excited about the future of this company. I think we've got the people, we've got the strategy, we got the products, we got the services that people are going to want to truly improve their lives. And I think that's Sky.
The caliber of the team that he has put together.
Yep.
Real quick, you're just 2 cents on that.
Yeah. It's something that I looked at initially, and I think it's an incredible priority for anyone looking at a company. It's that you've got to look at the CEO, you've got to look at the management team, you've got to look, is that management team invested? One of the things that got me truly excited, and I was surprised at early on, was a large number of the management team were not being paid, that they basically had invested in the company, and that they were betting on the future. I've done the same thing, by the way. So on the record, I am not taking a salary from Sky, but I've invested my own money into the corporation, and I'm betting on the future of this corporation. And I think rarely do you find a management team where a large percentage of the team is in that position, which really speaks to the belief in the strategy, the belief in Ronnie, the belief in what we think we can accomplish with this corporation. And the variety of the people that we have and the way Ronnie's been able to structure it is absolutely essential. One of the things I learned as a leader is you want to surround yourself with the very best, but you also want to surround yourself with people that are different than you, so that you get different input, different ideas, and different thoughts. And we clearly have done that. And we've done that from a board standpoint. We've done that from an advisory board standpoint in terms of the leaders that we've got who are working with us. We've got that from a management team. And these individuals that we've got share our vision, share our strategy, and it's what makes you excited.
Stephen, I think you've nailed a lot of key points here. I want to thank you again for coming in to do this. Maybe at some point in the future we'll have you back and we can celebrate a little bit when Wall Street um, or when SKYX proves. I mean, I think it continues to prove itself every day. I think that there are some things that are happening now that are bringing this to an inflection point, and I think that the next few months could be very interesting for the company. Right? Okay. All right, Stephen. Hold on 1 second. Do you feel as though I missed anything at all?
I think we've done a great job of covering Sky, and I appreciate, as I said, I appreciate giving me the opportunity to talk about Sky. I appreciate your enthusiasm and your comments around where the company's at today, where we're going, and I got to get more people like you. We've got to get everyone thinking as you do, and you've had the opportunity to see us pretty deep. And that's something that once people get into this company and truly see what we have to offer, they get excited. I've yet to see anyone come to our office and not walk out going, wow, this is something special. I mean, think about that. I mean, come on, anyone has the opportunity to see different companies, but we really, I can't, there's not a single person or single company that's come in that they don't walk out going, my gosh, you got something very special here. And
It's
so that
funny.
makes you excited. That makes you excited. That's why we come to work every day, and it's what you've seen personally and in the organization.
I literally was just there 2 weeks ago, and I walked in there. So I really wanted to see the heater fan
Here,
in
yeah.
person because I was concerned. I was thinking, well, what if this heater fan just like puts out like a warm? Is it really going to have enough juice to heat up a good sized room? Right. That was my concern. That concern's gone. It's no question in my mind. It's going to heat up a room. But
Boy,
then I saw, I saw the vanity mirrors, which I just thought were awesome, right? I mean, there's so many cool things that are there that are popping up. It's just like holy cow! I just the emergency lighting for the businesses. I mean, that in itself, there's a whole like industry wrapped around that emergency light. You have to have an electrician come out once a year and test the battery, right? You're paying $160 an hour for well, maybe I don't know what it is in Florida, but $160 an hour if you want to have an electrician come out to your house, right? Same thing with the businesses, and I just you guys have the emergency. You just do a hot swap, right? Boom. I mean, I see so many things that are like huge,
right.
and that's one little piece. It's one little piece. There are thousands of fixtures. It's so exciting to me. I get more excited. I mean, than the Christmas trees and the holidays, the different. It's just so crazy. The I keep thinking in my head the party planners, the interior designers are gonna have a field day with this stuff,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
All right, Steven. I could talk to you all day, but I'm gonna let you. Thank you for tuning in to another interview here at Alpha Wolf Capital. Today we had Steve Schmidt from SKYX Platform Technologies, ticker symbol SKYX. I hope you enjoyed today's interview, and if you did, do us a favor, give us a like. How about giving us a share? And while you're at it, make sure you smash that subscribe button. All of those things are extremely important to us here at Alpha Wolf Capital, and we appreciate you taking the time to do that. Until next time, stay safe. Alpha Wolf Capital wishes you the very best of success.